Hi guys, so good afternoon. Welcome back to my magical world. It's 15:33 in the afternoon. So again, as I've told you, you have to use the military time. So it's August 10. It's Saturday, and I hope you are all done with your um Saturnial uh errand. Saturnial. I'm not so sure kasi if Saturday is ruled by Saturn, so something like that. But okay, so we'll just start kasi so it's been a really busy week. I've always um I'm always trying my best to film on a daily basis, but my work is so demanding nowadays. So don't worry about it. It will soon be over. Will soon be over. Um again, still I thought I would have like many decisions up ahead of time, but I'm just you know um keeping things in a trying to stabilize many things nowadays, so I have to um a little bit I have to be more patient with my situation right now. So I don't, because it doesn't give me satisfaction. So, but we'll get there. So, um, let's continue. I hope I'm reading the right page. We're on to page 11 and 12 of the book Mastery. So, this is just a continuation. So, listen up and hear me out. As Darwin himself admitted, he was a very ordinary boy, rather below the common standard in intellect. I have no great quickness of apprehension. My power to follow along an purely abstract train of thought is very limited. Darwin, however, must have possessed something that Galton lacked. In many ways, a look at the early life of Darwin himself can supply an answer to this mystery. As a child, Darwin had one overriding passion collecting biological specimens. His father, a doctor, wanted to follow in his footsteps and study medicine, enrolling him at the University of Edinburgh. Darwin did not take to these subjects and was a mediocre student, his father, despairing that his son would ever amount to anything, chose for him a career in the church as Darwin was preparing for this. A former professor of his told him that the HMS Beagle was to leave port soon to sail around the world, and that it needed a ship's biologist to accompany the crew in order to collect specimens that could be sent back to England. Despite his father's protest, Darwin took the job. Something in him was drawn to the voyage. So, you know what? That's something that you really wanted to do. So there's like small impulses that kind of like take you to where you really wanted to be or you really belong. Usually it's a place, it's a journey or an experience. Okay, so kailangan you strengthen your intuition and your gut feeling. So overall, take care of your health. Kasi it all starts there. Your physical body, your vessel. Okay, so suddenly his passion for collecting found its perfect outlet. Anyways, I just want to say thank you to my friends who keeps on um sending gifts and taking me out for a nice dinner or a nice restaurant or you know I really do really blah, blah. I really appreciate guys all your effort. So yeah, thank you so much, and we continue guys. So in South America, he could collect the most astounding array of specimens as well as fossils and bones. He could connect his interest in the variety of life on the planet with something larger. Major question about the origins of species. He poured all of his energy into this enterprise, accumulating so many specimens that a theory began to take shape in his mind. So after 5 years at sea, he returned to England and devoted the rest of his life to the single task of elaborating his theory of evolution. In the process, he had to deal with a tremendous amount of drudgery. For instance, 8 years exclusively studying barnacles to establish his credentials as a biologist. He had to develop highly refined political and social skills to handle all the prejudice against such a theory in Victorian England. So ito talaga yung mga tipong they are the type of a person who are trying their best on a daily basis, pour their heart, their mind, their energy into a certain study, 'di ba? In order to expand their knowledge into it, or in order to gain something from it, or in order to give something to the masses. Paano ba explain? Para yung may makinabang, ganun. It's a service, it's kind of an information that the humanity needs. They are the one who's trying to experience something na not typical normal people would do. Kasi, the typical human would do is to generate money, 'di ba? So, they all think that money, 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 all of that. Pero it's not really all about that. It's something that you really have in order, parang to establish yourself, you really have to have a certain kind of service, which not only service, hindi ko ma-pinpoint, basta yun, that could help a lot of people. So, dun manggagaling yung wealth mo or yung fame mo. Something like that. I just can't comprehend yung iniisip ko. Okay? Medyo sinisipon ako, guys. Let's continue. And what sustained him throughout his lengthy process was the intense love of and connection to the subject. So, sobrang talaga siya. Sobrang enthusiastic doon sa craft niya. And he really loves it, 'di ba? When you love something or someone you kind of like, you always pursue. You never get tired. You're always in a pursuing state. And it kind of gives you fulfillment along the way, 'di ba? Kaya hindi kayo napapagod, guys, kapag may minamahal kayo. Okay? So the basic elements of this story are repeated in the lives of all of the great masters in history. A youthful passion of predilection, a chance encounter that allows them to discover how to apply it in apprenticeship, in which they come alive with energy and focus. Okay? They excel by their ability to practice harder and move faster through the process. All of this stemming from the intensity of their desire to learn and from the deep connection they feel to their field of study. And at the core of the intensive efforts is in fact a quality that a genetic and inborn, not talent or brilliance, which is something that must be developed, but rather a deep and powerful inclination toward a particular subject. This inclination is a reflection of a person's unique. This uniqueness is not something merely poetic or philosophical. It is a scientific fact that genetically every one of us is unique. Our exact genetic makeup has never happened before and will never be repeated. This uniqueness is revealed to us through the preferences we innately feel for particular activities, our subjects of study. Such inclinations can be toward music or mathematics, certain sports or games, solving puzzle-like problems, tinkering and building, or playing with words. So kayo, guys, you are doing your own craft and no one is believing in you. I am just here from afar from you, kasi syempre 'di ba hindi naman tayo physically, but know that I am rooting for you, for your win, 'di ba? So kahit hindi naman tayo masyadong close, kahit dito lang sa channel ko, know that I genuinely I genuinely support you and your craft, especially if you really have love and passion to pursue it, no matter how small you think it is. Okay, so kaya mo yan, ha? Okay? Continue. Nisipon talaga ako, guys. With those who stand out by their later mastery, they experience this inclination more deeply and clearly than others. They experience it as an inner calling. It tends to dominate their thoughts and dreams. They find their way by accident or sheer effort to a career path in which this inclination can flourish. Okay? So this intense connection and desire allows them to withstand the pain of the process. The self-doubt, the tedious hours of practice and study, the inevitable setbacks, the endless barbs from the envious, they develop a resiliency and confidence that others lack. In our culture, we tend to equate thinking and intellectual powers with success and achievement. In many ways, however, it is an emotional quality that separates those who master a field from the many who simply work at a job. Our levels of desires, patience, persistence, and confidence end up playing in a much larger role in success than sheer reasoning powers. Feeling motivated and energized, we can overcome almost anything. Feeling bored and restless, our minds shut off and we became increasingly passive. So hopefully guys, nandun kayo. You have to be in a state where even though, di ba, sometimes life is really tiring and you really wanted to just give up, di ba? Sana you find your way back to that flow where you see every day as an exciting day. Kasi, di ba, the past is in the past and the present is a gift to all of us. So, there's always something new in every day, di ba? Pag nag-rise yung sun, sipin nyo na lang to guys. Yung sun natin, hindi siya napapagod. 'Di ba? To light, shine, to give us strength. So, 'di ba? Vitamin D. Basta, isipon kasi ako. Basta 'yon. Oh, yan, hindi yan napapagod. So, ikaw, wala ka din karapatan mapagod kasi hindi nga napapagod yung sun. Although, hindi naman kayo close. 'Di ba? Hindi nga siya napapagod na bigyan ka ng vitamin D. Yung yung mga halaman mo, o 'di ba, yan nga hindi napapagod, di naman kayo close ng sun, kaya ikaw ka din mapagod, or pag napagod ka, pahinga, then tomorrow is another day. Nobody gives a shit, so just wake up. Okay, going back. Ba yan, kakainis tong sipon ko guys, siguro kakaano to, lamig ng panahon. No, the water. I think I need to drink warm water every day. Kasi lagi akong sinisipon lately. So, feeling motivated and energized, we can overcome almost anything. Feeling, yan. Naulit ko na siyang basahin. So, in the past, only elites or those with an almost superhuman amount of energy and drive could pursue a career of their choice and master it. A man was born into the military or groomed for the government, chosen among those of the right class. If he happened to display a talent and desire for such work, it was mostly a coincidence. Millions of people who were not part of the right social class, gender, and ethnic group were rigidly excluded from the possibility of pursuing their calling. Even if people wanted to follow their inclinations, access to the information and knowledge pertaining to that particular field was controlled by elites. This is why there are relatively few masters in the past and why they stand out so much. These social and political barriers, however, have mostly disappeared. Today, we have the kind of access to information and knowledge that past masters could only dream about. Now, more than ever, we have the capacity and freedom to move forward. The inclination that all of us possess is part of our genetic uniqueness. So, we have different genetic makeup, diba? So, each and every one of us has Ulitin ko. So, each and every one of us has access to great wealth, knowledge, abundance of this planet that we are living in. Okay? So, iba-iba lang. Parang sa iba-ibang family lang tayo nanggaling. Pero, when you really think about it, we have the same tools. Sana may wifi sa inyo. You know, yung privilege. I don't know kasi sa ibang bansa, hindi natin alam how they life, 'di ba? Kagaya sa North Korea. So it's so sad that tama ba? Yeah. Sa North Korea, 'di ba? Iba yung ano nila. They are brought in a different kind of world. Parang nasa iba talaga silang dimension because you know, 'di ba? So sobrang whatever life brought you, isipin nyo na lang na you have the freedom, 'di ba? Yung ganito, yung platform na to, and all the other things that you can do on a daily basis, 'di ba? Swerte pa din. Isipin nyo, dun kasi kayo dapat mag-focus sa kung saan kayo swerte. Okay? Sana tayo. These social and political barriers, however, have mostly disappeared. Today, we have the kind of access to information and knowledge that past masters could only dream about. O, diba? Ito pa lang, swerte na. Noon, iba yung privilege noon. Kaysa ngayon, diba? Ngayon, basta, gagamitin nyo lagi yung logic nyo. Dapat logical thinkers kayo. And, mas mataas yung IQ nyo sa EQ nyo. Joke lang. Balancein nyo, guys. Dapat gamitin nyo yung utak nyo in the right ways. In the right things, in the right platforms. Basta. Kasi sobrang powerful nung nyo, mind. So, you can actually do anything talaga. Nowadays. It's just a matter of focus and perseverance. Diba? So, now more than ever, we have the capacity and freedom to move toward the inclination that all of us possess as part of our genetic uniqueness. It is time that the word genius becomes demystified and de-rarefied. Tama ba? Did I pronounce it de-rarefied or de-rarefied? I'm not so sure. Check nyo na lang, guys. So, we are all closer than we think to such intelligence. The word genius comes from the Latin and originally referred to a guardian spirit that watch over the birth of each person. Wait lang, yung aso ko. Okay, daming interruption. Continue na tayo. So the word genius comes from the Latin and originally referred to a guardian spirit that watch over the birth of each person. It later came to refer to the innate qualities that make each person uniquely gifted. Although we may find ourselves at a historical moments rich in possibilities for mastery in which more and more people can move toward their inclinations, we in fact face one last obstacle in attaining such power, one that is cultural and insidiously dangerous. The very concept of mastery has become denigrated, associated with something old-fashioned and even unpleasant. Cut na tayo dun, guys. So, yan. So, let's cut it there. Okay? I'm just so grateful that I can finally read back to you guys kasi it's been a busy week, busy days lately. So, I know magpapatuloy itong busyness na to. So, anyways, kasi we're stabilizing many shit in life, diba? So, ayan. Thank you guys for listening and thank you for helping me make this world a better place for all of us and for the future generation. I will see you again. Okay? Bye.